everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're in downtown for Doors Open Toronto, one of my favorite events of the year. Today visitors get a rare chance to step inside to some of the city's unique and usually close to the public places and buildings, all for free. So let's go explore. Once a year, Toronto opens some of its interesting buildings and spaces to the public. Doors Open Toronto is a celebration of architecture, history, culture, and community. But take it from me, planning goes a long way. Some places have lineups stretching around the block. Expect to wait an hour or even two at the most popular stops. With just a few hours to spare on day one, we decided to dive in, starting in the heart of the city. Right at Nathan Phillips Square, we were greeted by a beautiful and meaningful installation, the Spirit Garden. The Spirit Garden is part of Toronto's ongoing journey of truth and reconciliation with Indigenous communities. At the center of the garden is the Teaching Lodge, circular space built with the preformed laminated ash wood. The structure reflects traditional lodges used for teaching and storytelling. We met one of the artists involved who shared the cultural significance of the lodge.
I was asked to come down and talk to some of our residential school survivors down here and talk to them about a teaching lodge. When they went to residential school, they were stripped of all their culture and all their language. So a lot of them grew outside our original teachings. And so I presented it to them, engineers and architects. They were working on the Spirit Garden. And from those talks, this teaching lodge came from.
We also connected with Alan, who explained one of their daily rituals.
What we have here is a sacred fire in our spiritual ceremonies, in our culture, in our tradition, to ask the spirits. You know, ours we call them Manitou, Kichi Manitou, the Great Spirit, right? That's what we call them. And we offer tobacco. Tobacco is one of our sacred medicines that we have. Now we have is like a burning sage, right? You know, we cleanse ourselves. We go like that. So you want to try?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was a powerful start to our Doors Open experience, grounding us in respect and reflection. From there, we continued our walk and came across the Campbell House. Built in 1822. It's the oldest surviving building from the original town of York, what Toronto was once called. Originally home to Sir William Campbell, Chief Justice of Upper Canada, the house reflects upper-class Georgian architecture. Inside, you'll find period furnishings, a preserved kitchen, and even a courtroom upstairs. It's an immersive look at early Canadian society, right in the middle of the city. Now, for one of our most anticipated stops, the Old Don Jail. Built in 1864. This one took us 2 hours of waiting in the line before we could get in. While we were waiting, we met Jay, a local guide who independently shares history of the area.
As part of Doors Open Toronto, you can visit the Don Valley Jail. Inside, you'll be able to see the original isolation chamber, the gallows where the last man was hung in Canadian history through capital punishment. You'll be able to see some of the old jail cells that were restored but still visible.
If you want to know more about Jay and his tours, check the description section. Just as we reached the entrance, a heavy rain started. But we were determined, and it was worth every minute. Once inside, the guides told us more about the jail, and we proceeded to the basement. The regular jail cells were very small, just big enough to fit a single bed. Standing inside, it's easy to imagine how uncomfortable it must have been. The bare walls and narrow space still carry a heavy, oppressive feeling.
There was no indoor plumbing, so every jail cell had either a bucket or a bedpan overnight if you had to go to the washroom.
So this is the isolation cell. People would have been in here for up to 3 days as punishment for misbehavior. They would have had just a bed and a bucket, and they would have been fed 3 times a day, and that's the only time that this door gets open. If you want to see inside, I can close the door as well. If you don't, that's also okay.
Yeah, I'll try. Thank you.
Would you guys like to close the door? Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God! It's so dark. It's great.
But in 1905, they renovated the space to create a permanent place to hang prisoners. A little over 30 men were executed in that area, including the last executions in Canada, which took place in 1962.
The Dawn Jail is a chilling but important reminder of how prison systems have evolved. Next, we visited the Redpath Sugar Refinery. A sweet behind-the-scenes look at one of Toronto's most unique industrial landmarks. This working factory has been refining sugar since 1959, and it's fully operational. We got to see the production floor, where the truck was moving the sugar.
The vessels are coming from Brazil, and they're coming on this side of the building. On the right side of the building, we have a big dock. There are some hoppers that open in the ceiling, and then it's being dropped through those holes. There is a conveyor that goes underneath, and the conveyor goes to the next building, which is our refinery, where the sugar is melted and crystallized in different forms, white, brown, and then it's sent to the packaging department where it's being packaged.
As the rain picked up again, we wrapped up our journey with a visit to Toronto Fire and Marine Station 334. A specialized fire station serving both land and water emergencies. Located right on the harbor, the station houses fireboats used for rescues on Lake Ontario, as well as a team trained to handle downtown's high-rise fire risks.
This station's unique because it's the only station in the city that actually has the fireboats in it. So you see outside back, we got technically 4 fireboats out back right now. So it responds to all marine emergencies in Lake Ontario. It's pretty specialized haul here.
What is the best part of your job?
Doing this, just being with the public and seeing everybody. Everybody's happy, it's fun. But every day is a different day. You never know what you're going to get, what you're coming to work for. Sitting at the kitchen table with a bunch of friends, right? It's the best job in the world. I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like I'm going to work. There's not anybody here that doesn't want to be here. So it's
it's a very rewarding, fulfilling career.
Captain Brian Cassidy made this stop exciting, educational, and the perfect way to end up our Doors Open tour. Of course, we couldn't visit every single site this year. With over 150 locations, it's impossible to do it all. But that's the beauty of Doors Open Toronto. There's always something new to explore next year. If you enjoyed this, give us a like, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more family adventures. See you in the next one.